Girls are really lazy.
Yeah, dude.
So
Like, I wasn't gonna do anything at all, and I was like, all right, well, everybody else did something. I was like, sure, why not?
I guess you're talking to three broad girls, so.
I made myself a drink, so.
She's ready, dude. She needs the liquid courage. It's all right.
I got bingo tonight, so I got to get ready.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Matt,
That's what you
I'm
know.
gonna go to fucking bingo at 8.
We're fucking old, man. Hi, guys, and welcome back to Party at the Football House.
Yo!
Today, we got some special guests from our tenure over there.
A lot.
I guess we are having a makeshift girls' night. But, so why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, talk about, and also include the years that you guys went there.
Hey, I'm Caitlin, also known as Florida. I started in 2015 and graduated in 2019.
I'm Lucy. I went there, started in 2016, graduated 2020.
I'm Raven. I went there 2016 to 2018.
Damn.
Some old geezers in here, boy.
Damn.
This motherfucker.
They're not lying.
So on today's episode, these lovely ladies are going to sit there and share some of their favorite stories from their time over at Millikan University. We're going to sit there after that and dive right into all of them were Millikan women's soccer players to get a kind of a look to see what that was like. Followed up by some of Nate's questions, and then at the very end, we're going to sit there and talk about what life is like now.
Yes.
So, without further ado, ladies, the floor is yours. Take us back in time and let us know what's up.
Well, I mean, Florida recruited me, so that was, I guess, the start of everything, and me and Raven were roommates, so...
Hell yeah.
That's how we
I actually have one thing to add in on top of it, too. I don't know if Flora, when you weren't there, but for you two, the first time that I ever hung out with any Millikan people was when we sat there and we invited you two up to Aston 3 for that fucking poker night. And no one knew how to play poker. And that was the first time that I met you guys. And so essentially, when we walked in there, it was them, and I think you guys had like one other person. And it was me, Nick Marion, Andrew Little, and I don't know if Cody McClellan was there yet. But we sat there and we're like, we makeshifted the room with like the dressers and stuff for a poker table. You guys came up and like we were chilling. Moral of the story, the game was never played. But if you guys don't know anything about Aston, especially Aston 3, it's incredibly fucking haunted.
Oh. Holy. Oh, yes.
So there's that. And Raven, I recall during that time, you wouldn't stop asking questions about it. And then you started fucking with it. And moral of the story, it pissed it off that night. I remember this night in... You want to know who brought this night up to me? Was Nick Marion, dude. He brought it up to me probably about like 2 weeks ago. It's like, you remember that fucking like crazy soccer girl that, you know, she was friends with Lucy, whatever. And she was like fucking with Bernice upstairs and shit. Bernice is the name of the ghost, but
Yeah.
I sat there and I just remember I was like, shit, man, like we weren't even there for like 2 days, and like you were two of the first people that I actually met.
That was
Did anything happen in Aston?
Huh?
I said, did anything happen in Aston? Because I have a few stories with Aston, with the ghosts and Bernice.
Was
yeah.
well, not to take away from your story time, but so when I got there, I knew nothing about the school. I was like in our last episode, I had mentioned, or the episode that we filmed yesterday. So I originally was going to Illinois Wesleyan, and then my coach told me, "Yeah, you're not doing that. I went to Millikan. You're going to Millikan. Whatever." Ended up going. So I go to Aston 3, and like it's the first night, and were any of you guys were you Lucy or Raven? Were you guys in Edge?
Lucy
was.
was.
Yeah.
You were. So you remember that fucking book we had to read?
I didn't fucking read.
I didn't fucking read it, and then I found out I found out that there was a test, and I was like, oh shit, like. You're sitting there like, man, football this, football that. I don't want to get behind all this crap. So I'm sitting there at this little fucking desk, reading this book, and I hear like this bang outside. Like I'm looking out this little window because we had our room when we were in our first room at Aston was like a fucking closet. Like shouldn't have even been a room. And I'm looking out the window, and like I see people like running. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good. I turn around like this in my desk chair, and above on the wall are 2 shelves. We didn't even have closets in our room. Everything fucking flew off the fucking shelves, dude.
No
and I sit there and I go,
way.
and dude, I'm
No
like,
fucking
mother,
way.
I swear. And it happened. And I jumped up the quickest my fat ass could have jumped up, dude. And I go, and he goes, what? And then his shit flies off. He goes, what the fuck? He sits there and he jumps off the bed, dude. You know what this motherfucker does, dude? Instead of sitting there going for the door like my ass was, he sits there and he goes and he grabs this fucking crucifix, dude. And he's sitting in a corner like this. And just fucking looking at the floor. So we go the next day to our RA, Jacob Livingston. And we had our first meeting. And we go up to him and he's like, question for you, man. Like, we're not crazy, swear. Is this place haunted? And he goes, oh, fuck yeah. Just like that. And I was like, dude, I sat there with Nick. I was like, should we go to Coach Gritty and ask for like a transfer maybe over to Dolston or something, dude? Like something newer, bro. No, sorry, they couldn't fucking do it, dude. And that place, dude, there were some stories. There was an actual video I'm trying to get from Justin Meiselwick, or it was either him or one of his friends. They have a video from the campus police where you can literally see her in the fucking stairwell, and she's looking. I swear, I swear. And there's like one of those like cork boards down there that tell you everything that's going on campus and like sports. Like they got the soccer schedule, football schedule, all that crap. And you see this translucent being just sitting there, like it's exactly how you would think, just sitting there floating, and the hair is floating and shit. And you sit there and you see this hand reach right to the board and just gone.
Dude, no
Fuck that.
fucking-
Just fucking gone, dude.
Fuck that.
Gone.
What?
Dude, I would like.
No way.
What do you fucking do for something like that? What do? You say you obviously Ghostbusters lied to us.
You get a fucking you get a vacuum.
Fuck that, bro.
Wait and try and talk to it.
Exactly.
Oh no.
She was reaching out for help.
That's why you needed to leave that night, because we ain't fucking with that. I
You know-
don't need that broad coming over
You
to our
know
fucking place.
what I would have done, DeFoss? You know exactly what I would have done? If I would have saw that, if I would have saw her eyes just reach out right there, and her reaching me, I would just like, listen, girl, you better, girl, you better calm down. Oh, you better not come over here, cause baby, you're gonna get fucked up. That is exactly what I would have done. Exactly.
Dude,
exactly.
I remember that poker night though. I remember that. Shit.
Yeah, man. That was so cringy. I might throw up.
Kelly, what was your story?
Oh no, there was a couple. Like honestly, there was like, you know the giant fans that they had at in the hallways?
Oh my god.
Yeah, because they said air conditioning was
There
not
was
allowed.
no-
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no air conditioning whatsoever.
Fucking
No, people were
stupid.
telling me like there's different stories, and they were like saying that the giant fan, like it would be down the hallway, turned on, like blowing like down the hallway and whatnot. They'll wake up in like middle of the night, go to the bathroom, and the fan's like sitting right in front of their door. So they walk out, and literally it's just like, who moved the fan? But it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just sitting there. So it was that, and I was like, it just got moved around throughout the entire night. Everyone had like a different fan in front of the door. I was like, nope, no thank you.
I remember sitting there. I don't know if it was with Pally or if it was who it was. But we were sitting outside. We had just pulled our desk chairs into the hallway, and we were outside of my room. And it was late at night. Like we sat there, made a pact, we're ditching class tomorrow, all that shit, and we sat there and we watched from it. You heard it further down the hall, but then you started to see it the closer it came to you. Every door handle started like it jiggled, like when it's locked and you can only go.
I remember Pally telling me about that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
We sat there, dude, and it came down to my door because he was at the end, and I think there were 2 rooms from where I was, and we were sitting out there, and we literally just like we didn't say anything. We were just staring at the fucking doorknob, and sure enough, dude, you just saw it go, just real quick, quick, dude.
Damn.
It opened my fucking eyes up, bro. It opened my eyes because like. There are so many other stories, dude, that I want to like. Depending if I can sit there and I can get him on, I don't know what he's gonna be doing, but there's a lot of fucked up stories, dude, that like him and I had in our room and shit. And Brock Barnes actually had to move out of his room because the room that he was in was the one that she sat there and allegedly ended it. And then he had to move. Like, it was fucked up, man.
I don't remember his name, but I think I asked him that night if I could sleep in his room. I was like, I'll sleep. I remember telling him I'll sleep on your floor.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I wanted to go sleep in that room.
You fucking crazy.
You're ballsy.
With the Ouija board and everything.
Dude.
It's like, where are you? Talk to me.
Dude, it got so bad after that poker night. That same room that we had it in, we dragged Andrew Little, Cody, Brock, me, and Nick dragged our mattresses from all of our rooms, and we slept in. We all literally slept together, dude. And it was literally in that room. And I remember that it was like late. It was late at night again, but this is like after the poker night thing. And I'm dead asleep, and Andrew starts fucking kicking me. And I go, what the fuck do you want? And he just sits there and he just points. And you just saw the door of their fucking dorm bedroom just sit there and just slowly open, dude. Like, it... I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe there's some bad juju, man. Because I don't know. Because that wasn't happening before I met y'all. That was for sure.
I'm gonna blame that on Raven, because I don't fuck with that shit.
I was ready for it. Raven was like, I'm gonna go all in.
Raven wants to make a friend on the other side.
I'm all here for the spirits, man.
Just look at her room.
Well, sitting here and
nice
diverting from our paranormal.
What?
You have crystals, don't you?
Fuck no.
Yeah, but I don't like use them like that.
Oh my
I don't like. I just have a chakra.
A chakra?
You definitely strike me as a person that's made a voodoo doll in her day.
Oh, remember, I did get a voodoo doll from the gas station.
What?
Oh, I remember.
What?
It
Please,
was on your keychain. I remember.
please explain. What do you mean?
You have a
Yeah,
voodoo
to hear this one.
doll or hotspot?
I had a voodoo doll. No, was it? No, not Hotspot. The one on the other side, up behind the softball field.
Oh, Circle K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That one.
They so fucking. Ain't no way.
It was like, you know those little like things that they have at a register? It was like right
It
there.
was like big, yeah. It was tiny.
Hell no, dude. No.
Oh my god.
Did you do anything with it, or just like, you just like, I'm on a voodoo doll?
I just wanted it.
Yeah, you put it on your keychain.
I don't know why. I just thought they're cool. Maybe I was like, maybe I'll eat it somehow. Oh, but I just remembered something. Speaking about weird shit that I had, Lucy,
Huh.
do you remember my spider?
Yeah, I fucking remember your spider. The one that
I
you
remember
lost in
spider.
our apartment. Yeah, I remember that.
No way.
Tarantula.
He had a fucking tarantula lost in our apartment, so we had to barricade everything. Never found it. Never fucking found the thing.
I had it for a total of 8 days.
How did you lose
Whoa!
it?
I was holding it. I was high. I was holding it like this, and I was speaking to it. I said, "You are so cute,"
Just fucking.
and then it jumped from my hand to my shoulder, and I was like, "Okay," and I put my arm out like this, and I go like this to grab him, and he jumps off my arm. And you know how high the beds are in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, then he's a spider, I guess. But like, that's a far jump, and he took it, and I never saw him again.
Yeah.
My.
That would have ended.
I remember Kat came home and was outside my room, and
Kat
she was
lost
like,
it.
she didn't say like, she goes, "You lost it."
Nope. We put the mattresses on the sides of the because either side of the woods they have like 2 on one side, 2 on the other. We put mattresses on either side because we were like, if this thing's still here, we're gonna find it. We're gonna barricade. Never fucking found the thing. So it's just roaming. It's either dead or it's roaming around somewhere. So
I talked to Austin. Remember that teacher that taught spider classes?
Dr. R.
yeah,
She was a
yeah,
crazy
it was.
awesome, but crazy one.
Yeah.
Yes.
With blue
Dr.
hair and
R.
everything, that Mountain Dew. Yeah,
I
Dr. R.
asked her. I was like, and I showed her the size, and she goes, "Oh, it's a baby. It'll probably die without the proper nutrients."
Well,
Aw.
there's a dead carcass somewhere.
My friend. That's a sad day.
His name was Oliver Rip.
R.I.P. Oliver. If you got a picture, we can put up right there.
Play with the mini violin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
91.
Please. Oh, that's fine. I thought about buying like a pet tarantula because like a PetSmart, bro, like you could like buy spiders, and then there's like one specific one I want. It's Mexican, of course. But like I want like this Mexican spider, but like my parents don't want me to get it because I'm the type of motherfucker that like would have it on my arms. Whenever there's a spider around the house, like they always come to me to go grab it because I just let the motherfucker crawl in my hand. There was one time in the woods pool, there was like a little baby spider, and everybody was fucking screaming and yelling. I just let that bitch get on my hand. It was biting my hand. I was like, oh, look at this little fucker trying to fuck me up, and then I just let it go. And then I lost it. And then my friend Lee, he splashed water on it, and he probably drowned and died. But
Oh.
what's the sad day? I love spiders. Spiders are the best creatures in the world.
Fuck no.
Yeah, they are. They're harmless. They're harmless. Just don't fuck with it. It
some
won't
of them.
mad you. Yeah, just
Run into one like the middle of the Amazon or like.
oh yeah.
Actually, no. It was Black Widows, low key. Oh, here comes my cat.
Damn, Beatrice came through there.
Dude, that's why I had to close my door. My door would be popping open just like that with my cat.
What's with you guys with cats? So like, I'm a little scared of cats because like cats just don't fuck with me and I don't fuck with cats. So like, I don't know how you guys could just deal with being a cat owner because a lot of you cat owners say that like the cat owns you. So I don't know how you guys love cats. Like, why couldn't you guys just choose a dog or a gerbil?
Oh, I chose a dog. Wherever.
Oh, thank you.
Maisie, come here. Maisie.
Yeah, well, my cat's like very independent. He's like his own personality. Like, the only reason I got him is because I was living by myself in like the top of the attic of like what was it, BP 6,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I'm lonely. I want to get a cat. Why not? I don't have to go take it outside. Don't have to walk it. Plus, in those houses, you couldn't have pets. So I was like, cat, perfect. I'm gonna just keep it upstairs and everything like that. He's the most vocal cat in the entire world. That my landlord was like, do you have a cat? And I was like, no, I just play, what was it all the time? The National Geographic or, like, the videos or whatever, like, you know, you just go on from, like, Netflix or something. I was like, no, I just left that on during the day. Like, it's just, like, you know, cat videos and stuff. She goes, are you sure? I was like, yeah. I got away with it, but...
I would have said, let me come in.
No, I would, like, stick... He was so small. He was, like, I got him at, like, what, 9 weeks?
Okay.
And he was so small that I just put him in a bag and took him with me when she was like, okay, I'll come to the apartment, you know, checking things. And I was like, okay. Put a litter box on top of, like, an actual, like, cardboard box and box it up and done.
Poke some holes through it.
Yep.
Did you guys ever hear about when I had that bunny in Aston?
Yeah, I remember that.
You were the one that had the bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say wait.
Yeah, I
I don't
remember.
know why I thought somebody
You
else
guys
had a
used
bunny.
to like take it out for picnics or whatever.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, I heard about that.
you had a bunny?
I had a bunny, dude, and I lived right next to my RA. So, like, it was when Marissa and I first started dating, and she's like, I like bunnies, so I was like, Craigslist, like, let's secure the bag, right?
What
like,
a guy.
look good.
What a simp.
So I went and I picked up the bunny and shit, dude, and like Holly she ran that motherfucker, dude. Like so one of the funniest stories I ever have is like, so Jacob, the RA, had no idea, and I lived right next door to him. Well, I had to go. It was after football, and we were going out, and I had to go rip a shower. And you know that, like in Aston, you got the community showers across.
Bitches.
So I walked down and I didn't shut my door like where you hold the handle and you make sure it's shut. I just kind of swung it behind me, and I let like Holly was like box trained, so like she would jump in like when she would have to go to the bathroom and stuff, and I let her like free roam. This bitch sits there and pushes this heavy ass door open. I'm walking out, dude, in a towel, and he's just fucking sprinting down the hallway in Aston, dude. And I hear Jacob's door jiggling like he's about to come out. And I think it was Raul. He was at the end of the hallway and shit, and he knew about it. And like, I said, there was like, grab her. This motherfucker, dude, jumped out of his room, tackled this fucking rabbit, brought her inside, and Jacob came out. But yeah, dude, I got away with that shit for. I didn't end up bringing her to the woods, but I used to leave like the dresser drawers because I just had 2 closets because I had the room to myself when I moved. And dude, she'd just sit there and she'd just fucking hop from the bed and just hop up the levels and stuff, and she'd sit up top and like watch like while we were playing 2K and shit.
Oh my god.
Speaking of
I really want to tell the story about Banjo though, dude, but I gotta sit there and make sure that I don't say anything wrong in that process of when I got that cat.
Definitely freshman year. I feel like my freshman and sophomore year, Florida was there before. What? Florida was there before us, so she got another year of like good Milliken. But I feel like our freshman sophomore, that was like prime Milliken time. I don't know about you, but I think that's what, you know. I don't know. But the first story that comes to mind, Raven.
Yes.
So as we know, Raven was my roommate. Actually, the whole time Raven was at Milliken, we were roommates. But freshman year, we were roommates together in Dolson. But this was like the first weekend we got back after winter break. This was the most fucked up I've ever seen Raven in my entire life. Like, this girl drinks, but this girl
And then I drank the entire bottle
like-
I'll do in like an hour and a half.
Yeah. And
Wow.
made a terrible mistake, like pre-gaming in the dorm before. I played this song, and I was like, I need to play this Blackout song because that's what we're gonna do tonight. Well, that's exactly what we did. Ended up having to fireman carry her over my shoulder home in heels down the fucking main street to Dolson. Midway through, we're like getting under that bridge, you know, right before you get to Dolson. So we're like right under the bridge, and she goes, "Dude, I gotta pee. I gotta pee." And I was like, "You're on my shoulder. You can't pee right now." She goes, "Nah, I gotta pee." So I have to put her down. She walks into the street, pulls her pants down, pees in the middle of the street as the security guy's driving by, and we're just like, "Hey, Ossifer, how's it going?"
Oh.
Oh my god.
I only know that one girl that does that. Now I know 2 girls that have done that in public before.
Yeah. I did that.
Fumble in the bag, Raven. What the fuck?
No, the funniest thing about this that Lucy told me, because I don't remember any of it.
Like when you were sitting there in your hour and a half and you looked at this bottle of Malibu, and like you had, your brain working properly at the time, and you were staring at it, and you're like, "I'm gonna fucking kill all of you." And we're just gonna see what happens. That was the mindset for that night.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I was kind of mad because I'm not gonna say who, but there was a guy that I was like, "Oh my god, why is he not talking to me? I'm just gonna get drunk." And then I ended up. Lucy told me that I ran. You know how BP1 stairs are steep?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to run up them and failed. At him while I'm yelling at him, saying, fuck you, you're a piece of shit."
Yeah, and that's when I was like, to go home.
Damn, man, that's nuts.
Well, it keeps going. It gets even funnier. So after the security guard, can I tell this, Raven? I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead, go off.
After the security guard comes by, sees her peeing, he was super nice. He was like, "How's everything going?" I was like, "She's fine. We just gotta get her home. We live in Dolson. Not a big deal. I can walk her back." He ends up walking us all the way back to Dolson, in through the doors. Meanwhile, she's blacked out. She's like talking nonsense to this guy, and he's just being the nicest officer ever. And get her in, and we have buddies that lived on the first floor that was like directly under us. And I was like, "Man, I don't want to take her all the way up the stairs. Like, I'm just gonna take her into the guy's room." So I take her into the guy's room, put her down, we're all talking, and then I just hear like she throws up in one of the guy's bed, all over the bed. And I was like, what the fuck do I do? I was like, "Well, this isn't my bed. This isn't my problem." Walked away. Her and this guy ended up falling asleep on the bed that she puked on together.
Oh my.
I was like, oh god. Like, yeah, immediately I was like, oh no. It's bad. And then my friend Richard was in town.
Yes.
So I go upstairs, he passed out in my bed, and I'm like, thank God.
Damn, man.
I was problematic.
So that was that night. That was a great night.
I know. Lucy, I'll give it to her. She knows how to hold her own liquor.
I can second that for sure.
Lucy, we could go out. Lucy and I can drink the same amount. And I'm like, woo! And Lucy's like, no. She like loses her words a little bit, and like she sways a little bit, and then she's like, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, I got a lot of stories from like my freshman year. Your guys' freshman year, my sophomore year. Like there's those parties at Teak that we went to, like Toga Night and things like that. Get your body weak.
Oh my god. Just hearing that made me remember. Lucy, you remember when I would send pictures to fraternities?
Oh, I remember.
I used to.
Whoa.
It was a thing for guys to get booty pics with their, like, sorority, fraternity logo on it. I still have them on my phone. I did like 6 of them.
The amount of booty pics I took of Raven, I swear to God, I've seen more of Raven's ass than I've seen of mine.
Yeah. You definitely had all them fucking Freddy bags. I'm gonna fucking play beer guy till I die, bro. TKE for life.
Yeah. Sometimes I Venmo me for it, so I'll be like, yeah, you have to buy me drinks. So they send me Matt, Tyler, and Dylan.
There you go.
Me.
Girl,
I made $60.
girls gotta
Not
make
bad night.
Hey, it is gonna hit.
That's a couple of our Wednesdays, bro.
You know what I just thought about? I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I said,
Oh, you know, I just thought about LSB, like, my freshman year. I don't know, Jackson, did you ever go our freshman year to LSB?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before it got remodeled to how it is now, you remember how it looked? It was like all wood. There were like a fuck ton of steps everywhere. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I only went
Yeah.
like once or twice.
Do you know the amount of people who's fallen down those steps?
I probably was one
Yeah.
of them.
I think I made a game out of it one night, and I was like, let's see how many people fall down these steps tonight, because especially on like karaoke night, it was a religious show.
damn it. I never went to LSB the 2 years I went to Milliken.
LSB
No,
was
never
kind of a saving grace for the the end of our college, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's when things really started. Like, I was looking forward to more Wednesdays than I was, weekends come a point, which was crazy to fucking say,
Which
but
was horrible, by the way.
I did just sitting there getting everyone going out and stuff, and then what do you for your dumbass, not for me.
It wasn't my fault. Like,
School called me collected, dude. I brought my fucking quarters. I paid them motherfuckers.
it wasn't my fault. You know, we just have we
Fuck all
just
that.
fucking go too crazy. You know, we just
No, you go too crazy because you don't know when to fucking stop.
First
That's
of all,
the problem.
when people chant my name, if drunk Nate gotta do what drunk Nate gotta do. I don't know what you want me to say. I can't control it. That's why I don't drink.
Period.
That's why I don't drink. If I drink, I taste one little sip, I just fucking go crazy. I can't do it. I can't stand it.
I would have
Sorry.
loved to have gotten my Milliken numbers, dude, or my liver numbers when I was at Milliken. I would have loved to have seen what the fuck they were.
Your numbers?
Yeah, isn't that a thing? Scientist.
I'm trying to. Your numbers of what?
Aren't there
I was doing the same thing, Lucy. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I thought you said liver.
when doctors sit there and they look at your liver,
Your pH levels.
your liver numbers, isn't that what they call it?
I'm a scientist. I'm not a doctor.
She's not
I don't know.
She's not a
I'm
biologist.
fucking googling this shit.
It's your
But then
pH
I think
levels.
about like liver and stuff. I think of like blood alcohol content.
Yeah, you think of that. You think of your pH levels. You think of your biometrics. You're thinking about your bloodstream. You're thinking about all sorts.
Dude, there's too much I can't pronounce these words, but I'm right.
Try it. Say it. Don't back down. Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it. Come on.
Bilirubin, albumin.
Abdomen.
No, it's different. It's different shit that what they test for or whatever. Whatever. It was a
Probably
bad
the
joke gone
different-
wrong. Thanks, assholes.
Well, no, it's probably the different chemicals that your liver gives off. I don't fucking know. Who knows?
Well, you want to know what that sounds like to me, Miss Scientist? Science.
Science. It's true. It does
Anyway.
sound like science. Before we went into the whole liver thing, when Nate, you were talking about, I don't know, fucking getting drunk. I don't know why this made me think of this, but Florida, do you remember when you almost got in a fight was it behind BP1 or behind Football House?
That was behind Football House. And I was about to ask you which fight because we've gone out a couple times, like not just in Decatur.
Which fight?
But I was like,
She was a fighter.
I think it was like my sophomore. It was either my freshman or sophomore. It was one of the earlier ones.
no, it was your sophomore year, my junior year, because I was living in the woods. Oh no, was it?
Yeah.
Was it your freshman one? No, because I only lived in the woods sophomore year. So yeah, it was your freshman year, my sophomore year, and I was living in the woods at that time. But yeah, it was behind Football House. And see, what happened was, like, party was inside, party was outside, you know. I like to be outside. And it was like one of the cooler, chiller nights. And you know, like, you don't really think about like putting on like sweaters and jackets and stuff just to the fact that like it's gonna be so hot inside.
Yeah.
So we went outside and we're all hanging outside. And I had put my hands and my arms in my shirt because I was like a little chilly, you know, being from Florida, I'm not used to the cold.
Mm-hmm.
And so these townies, like 2 or 3 girls, these townies came walking down the alleyway, came to the back way, and Mason's slick ass comment was like, "What's wrong with you, skinny bitch? You cold?" And I was like, "Bitch, what'd you say?" And so she said something else, and I was like, "You know what? Just keep walking, whatever." And she got pissed when I said that. I don't know why. Anyways, her friends were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. She's drunk. This, and that," and like had to hold her back. And I was like, "No, just don't worry about it. Just, you know, make sure your friend's straight." So we all went back inside. Party was dead, so we ended up like leaving like 10-15 minutes later. And so we ended up going out the back way to go down the alleyway towards that blue house in the corner to go to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were walking down the alleyways, me and like 2 other friends, one from Cali and one from St. Louis. And my friend from Cali, she was like talking back to them because they saw us walking down the alleyway and was like literally running down the alleyway to get in a fight. So they caught up to us finally, and they went at it, and it was ended up 2 against 1. And then I was like, "Nah, this is my fight." So I went and started jumping in, started like throwing punches, things like that. But these girls from the townies were like wanting to like grab hair, things like that. Like I was like, "Bro, straight up fight me if you're gonna fight me." So
Yeah.
ended up beating their asses, right? Because like our friends, we had people that lived at the blue house in the corner. And so they came out like, "Oh, we called the cops, this and that." And pretty much, like, the aftermath of everything, like, you see, like, pieces of weave on the floor, glasses broken, like, pieces of shirts, like, ripped off. Like, it was a whole different thing. But I was like, the only thing I got out of the fight was, like, a little knot in the back of my head. Other than that, I couldn't tell you what the other girls looked like. But after, like, all the aftermath and everything like that, I was like, yeah, I think we definitely won this fight. So,
Damn, man.
Wow.
yeah.
Dude, he's like the sweetest person ever, but piss Florida off, and boy.
It's a whole different
Yeah,
story.
you're done.
Especially when you mess with one of my friends, that's, yeah, the whole different story. Because
Fucking
there's
light
been
it
times
up.
Lucy has been, like, told me she's gotten altercations, and I was, like, with her, like, in the same area, but wasn't with her during that altercation. And I was like, "Bro, why didn't you call me? I would have handled this shit."
Oh yeah, I'm in this.
Lucy, speaking of like us having each other's back, do you remember when we played that one school that her ex-boyfriend went to?
Was it Monmouth?
Monmouth, yeah.
Yeah, nah, I remember.
Bullied her. We bullied that girl. She was probably even bloody and bruised, man.
Well, dude, it was after like so much shit we found. We literally found out like that day all the fucked up shit that he had done to her. So we were all livid, and then we found out that the girl he cheated on Kat with was playing, and I was like, "Oh, honey, this ain't gonna fucking fly." Wasn't it like a video? We went back to the gameplay or whatever.
Yeah, because it was you and CO.
Yeah.
CO got her in the middle. You got her on the side.
Yeah, she was like sprinting up behind me, and I remember doing like a double take because I was like, "Is that her? Oh, that's her." And then fucking Dexter
Because you go into tackles like this, but you go like.
I didn't know that you could be goons in soccer, man. Like goons
You
in
honestly
hockey.
can.
Dude, I sent a girl to the hospital, I think, my junior year.
Damn.
Yeah.
With the boot?
Can you
She.
really?
Yeah! Dude, I remember. I think it was junior year. I can't remember what people we were playing with, school we were playing, but it was right in front of the sidelines. I think it was either the softball or the volleyball team was like right there, and this one girl, like, she was a defender. She had like probably 100 pounds on me. She stops like right in front of me as I'm sprinting with the ball. And in soccer, as long as you don't use anything below the elbows, like, you're fine. You just have to keep your arms in. You can't
You can extend, like.
yeah, you can't like extend. You just have to keep your arms in, and like you can nudge and whatnot. But she stops right in front of me, and I just kind of do like a little, like this, and the girl cranked all the way back, hit her head on the turf, and had to be taken off in a gator. And
I do remember that game.
No.
Lucy Kroger's taking people out, bro.
She said, "Praise the Lord."
yeah, after I did it, I was like, "Ooh, that was bad."
Lucy was famous for taking people out left and right, though.
Yeah, it was a different person on the field.
Real.
Did you take out a couple goalkeepers, too?
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah. Too many to count, to keep up with.
Dude, soccer's a lot more physical than people even realize.
Oh, without a doubt.
What made you guys want to get into soccer?
Get into soccer? I don't know. We were recorded since birth.
Yeah. I've been playing since I was like 3 or so.
Yeah, I think I started when I was 5, and ever since I started, I was like, fuck yeah, this is what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it truly is, other than, like, if you play, like, flag football for girls, or, like, but, like, the normal sports, it's the most contact sport for a girl you can play.
Bro.
Yeah.
Other than, obviously, if you play, like, flag football or something for girls, but,
Yeah, lacrosse is a little here or there, but they have, like,
oh,
those
yeah,
set rules.
lacrosse, yeah, definitely, but...
I remember there was a point where in high school where I didn't think I wanted to play college, and I looked at myself and I looked in my mirror and I was like, it's the only thing you're kind of good at.
I had that same realization,
You know
too.
how to do, man. Like, why quit?
I had that same realization, too, Raven, because, like, so, in high school, I tore my ACL junior year, and I was like, you know what, I'm done, I'm not going to play soccer in college. And then I ended up getting recruited by Milliken, and I was like, man, Illinois is so far. We ended up doing my senior year spring break and did a road trip. And we stopped at Due West, South Carolina, which is really small. All they had was a Dollar General, gas station, a Subway. Closest airport and everything was like 45 minutes to an hour. And I was like, you know what, I don't want to go to Illinois. That was like another 12 to 13 hour drive. Ended up going, got recruited, stayed, committed. And I was like, well, I guess I'm playing college ball.
Yeah. Here's up on you.
I was just like, I didn't think I wanted to play or nothing, but I was like, alright, we'll go for it. It's the only thing I'm good at, only thing I can probably, like, enjoy during college besides, you know,
Yeah.
going out partying.
You left Florida to stay in a place that smelled like shit and soy.
Literally.
What was your decision?
Dog food and everything, bro.
And I left soy for pickles, which really...
Yeah, those decisions, Raven.
Yeah. But,
God, I remember the days that the plant was like really going, and we would have practice in the morning. Dude, it smelled so bad.
Damn.
Oh my
Thanks.
I think
God.
the worst was when, like, it would make, like, the fog. It would make it look like fog rolled in.
yeah.
And we were
I think
sitting
those
there
are
and
the
we were
worst
doing... When we would sit there and do spring ball, There was one particular day that I will never forget. It was it was so bad you could taste it. Like there's a thing about smelling it, but when you can sit there and it feels like you're fucking eating what you're smelling.
Mm-hmm.
And that practice, I think it was, I don't know, somewhere in like sophomore, junior, senior season. I remember just all practice, just gagging, just the entire practice. Like I couldn't. You were sitting down, dude. Like when we were doing team sessions. Granted, there was no contact, right? So you're getting down in your stance and shit. And obviously, you can't make any sudden movement, or they're gonna sit there and call false start, and they're gonna enforce it, and you're gonna get yelled at and all that shit. I'm sitting there, dude. I put my hand in the dirt and just going, and Elgar goes, You need to make up your fucking mind, man. Are you gonna throw up, or are you just gonna do this all goddamn practice, dude? God damn, bro.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why that made me remember this, but Lucy, we were talking about this. Do you remember when we were in Amsterdam? And
Yes.
Okay, so I had this friend that was in Amsterdam and he worked downtown Amsterdam. So I was like, perfect. I'm gonna go get lunch with him when we're there. So we get off the plane, get to the bus, and the tour guide goes, all right, everything is this way. There's like a huge cathedral. He's like shops, like everything's this way. And then I put it in my GPS and it takes me this way. I'm like, okay, all right. And our tour guide was like, residential, not really anything over here. We were like, okay. So I was just gonna walk through that. All of a sudden, I start to smell weed, and then Lucy goes, look at that. And we're naked lady. We're in the red light district.
Yeah.
Oh no!
This was like, mind you, this was a trip we took with Milliken. This was like through Milliken soccer. You know how you could like take a trip every 4 years or whatever?
Well,
We went to
actually,
Amsterdam.
I don't know.
Oh. Well, we were
Milliken
able to.
football, I don't know.
But yeah, we're like following Raven, like, okay, she's our tour guide. Look up, and there's just naked ladies and a bunch of red lights and creepy ass dudes, and I was like, motherfucker, we're in the red light district right now. Like, we hear things about this place.
And then we get to the restaurant, and I look at Hugo, and I was like, you know, you sent us to the red light district, and he was like, yeah.
What a
guy.
G,
What a
dude. Shout out
guy.
Hugo. My God, man. Yeah, you guys got to go on some pretty fucking cool adventures, because you guys had Amsterdam, you guys did Germany too, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I wasn't there.
Netherlands.
Oh wait, no, that was that trip.
Netherlands.
Yeah, it was that trip. We went to 4 different countries.
Was it 4 or 3? I thought it
We
was
also
3.
went to, what's it called?
We went to Germany, Amsterdam, Luxembourg, and there's one other one.
We went to Germany, Belgium, and
Belgium. Yeah,
Luxembourg. That's
Luxembourg.
important.
Yeah.
But we didn't
I
actually go.
unfortunately missed out.
We just detoured and then stopped there. So, and then Coach Kate made us all get out of the car, or the bus, and she was like, "All right, you guys went to Luxembourg," and then we went back to the car.
Yeah, that was cool.
So what does it feel like to be on a flight for that long? Like, what did do you guys remember what you did? Or like how you sat there and like, this is what I'm gonna do? Because I don't know if I could sit on a plane that long.
I couldn't.
That's
I
me.
remember everybody slept. I could not sleep. For some reason, I can't sleep on planes. I remember for like a good hour and a half, 2 hours, I went through my phone and deleted all of the like pictures I didn't need to make room for pictures I was gonna take on the trip.
Mhm.
And like, you don't have to sit the whole time. Like, they have like a bigger area in the back of the plane where like people go and like they like walk on like loops.
Mm-hmm.
Like they stand up and they like talk to the flight attendants and stuff. Like, I remember that. I found that out when I went to the bathroom. There was this 2 guys just sitting there having drinks. And I was like, what are you doing? They're like, you can just stand up. as long as the fasten seatbelt signs on. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was like
Huh.
what
Good to know.
3? It's like 3 rows of 3 seats. So
Yeah,
it was a pretty big plane.
Yeah, it's a pretty big plane.
Yeah.
Have you guys been out of the country since then, or is that kind of your last big trip for the both of you?
Yeah, I went on a cruise.
Where'd you go?
It was pretty nice.
That's not what he
Where'd
That's
you
not what
go?
he asked.
Oh, I didn't really ask.
I said, where'd you go?
It was
Oh.
pretty nice.
I went to Bahamas, Dominican, and fuck. That's the only 2 I can remember.
Well, I heard
Grand
it was
Turk, I want to
nice.
say that. No, yeah, Grand Turk. Is that a place?
We're dead
I don't
at.
know.
The fuck.
But anyway, it was so much fun.
What about you, Kaylin? You been anywhere?
I recently went to London.
Ooh.
How was that?
That was fun. I went to go see family I haven't seen since I was like really young.
Bonjour.
Been like years, 20 years or so.
You have family over there?
Yeah, family in London. So
That's
That's
sick.
that's where the Eiffel Tower's at.
no, that's France.
Are you an
That's
idiot?
Paris.
What do you mean?
London's like where Big Ben
Oh
is
my
at,
god.
and the
London's
London
like
Eye.
yeah. This shit.
The Eiffel Tower.
No.
London is where the big clock is, jackass.
Big Ben.
Oh, that's what it's called, Big Ben. Oh,
Uh,
damn it.
Guys, I
Oh.
remembered. It was Turks and Caicos.
Okay, that's a good place. But yeah,
Look at the pictures.
I was there for like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, it was for a wedding.
Ooh,
Damn. I know
destination wedding.
me and Kat went to Costa Rica for soccer. That was cool. Florida was supposed to come with us.
Unfortunately, missed out again.
You just never want to
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
No, I love traveling, but traveling, it's a little expensive.
No.
Yeah.
You need to
no.
travel on here. I guess you can't travel right now. Can you travel right now?
I can travel because I was supposed to go to London for Christmas, but I couldn't get time off work, so your girl's staying here for Christmas.
Being an adult sucks.
Oh, tell me about
growing
it.
up.
Yeah.
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 That's one thing you can't stop.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate, sucky thing.
Hmm.
So here's another thing. Lucy had a fake ID,
Oh yeah.
and
That was great
so we
fake
went to
ID.
the Hotspot. Is that what it was called? You said hotspot.
Hotspot.
So we went there, and this is the first night they were buying alcohol, and she's in her parka, our huge parka we got.
Oh,
that
that was
Milk
fun.
They're
And
walking around like Eskimos.
yeah,
Yeah, and like the Milliken women's soccer, like right here, whatever.
and the guy, the cashier goes, "Oh, you go to Milliken? What year are you?" And she says, "Freshman."
Oh my god.
Late
Rookie.
bloomer.
No, and like we bought liquor there so much that
Oh, yeah.
my sophomore year they wouldn't card me.
Mhm.
Dude, do you remember that guy that like loved me? That like picked me up and like
I was like, I don't necessarily think he should be doing this right now, but okay.
Like, this is that hotspot?
yeah, this super tall guy
Super
and
skinny, like tall guy.
he
I
like
don't know, because I went to Hotspot and I went to the place by Wingstop.
Mhm.
I went to that place when I moved out of Milliken housing, when I had my own place.
oh, the one by the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, dude. Tyler,
Dude, the amount of times we got drunk at, what was it called? What was that Mexican place called?
La Puerta or Las Margaritas or Dos Amigos.
It was-
No, you're talking about Meat
No.
Plan?
Or me.
Meat Web. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jackson would
Meat
know
Web,
because it got shut down after like after we graduated, I think.
Like completely? Because I know they were shut down for a little bit and then they reopened.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, they were. Dude, Meat Web. You would go there. What was it like? $4 or $5 margaritas, and they were like this big.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best.
Lucy, didn't you live across from me senior year?
Yeah, dude, you were living in the White House, and we were like diagonal from each other.
You had the red one, right?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, dude, do you
yours-
remember the one, I think this was my senior year. Do you remember the night where there was like a drug dealer outside my house, and I didn't know it was a drug dealer, and he was like sitting out there for hours and hours on end, and I thought this guy was like there to kidnap me and Rose, and I like texted Cole Babcock, and I was like, hey dude, cause he lived close to us, and I was like, hey dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this car's been like outside my house for a while. I don't know what's going on, and I think he texted you because he knew you were close, and you were like, hey, if you ever need anything, let me know, I'll come fuck somebody up. And I was like, alright, Jackson's got my back.
There was some crazy shit that went down on that street, man.
Yeah, I
On
remember
that
there was a
street.
shooting one time, and they like ended up in one of our backyards or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there also like a police chase and like one of the cars ended up in the back of one of your guys' houses?
That was
That was a shootout?
same
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Decatur. Oh, there you are, Milliken.
Oh, trust me, Main Street, living on Main Street, all you hear is gunshots.
Bro, that was my whole extra semester. I lived so I had Crystal Palace senior year, and then I had BP4, and I went all the way up to the loft. Like, I didn't want any fucking part about being down there and shit. And we were sitting there, and like we had just gotten done like making food and shit. We go up to the loft, and we're just hanging out because it was fucking huge. And I shit you not, you just hear somebody just dump a mag of just shooting outside in the back. And what they were renowned for in the back is they just sit there, get bored, and they just shoot in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cops would sit there and show up, and there was nothing that they could fucking do. And it was just a redundant thing, man. That was a fucking horrible. You want to talk about getting woke? How many times I've sat there and like barrel rolled out of bed, just fucking ducking at that place. Fuck that.
I felt the same way because I lived on Main Street for my junior year, my senior year, and then whatever years I was there, like after like everyone had left Milliken, and all you hear is just like gunshots. I was like, oh, fireworks! Like, you know, being from Florida, you don't really hear gunshots unless you're like in the trenches.
I think the craziest thing, like with you bringing that up, I don't know why it made me think of this, but when we were sitting there and like we were younger, like when we still had that one extra teenage year and all that crap,
Mm-hmm.
we were walking around these places without having eyes in the back of our head at all. And then to see how it developed, like, or how it just changed, like, over the course of all of it, man. No. I'm driving everywhere. I ain't walking no more.
That
You
is the
sitting there
Milliken
walking.
bubble for you.
Yeah.
The Milliken bubble, like.
Holly
No, so I don't actually mean like an actual bubble like over the school and things like that. I'm saying like just like the mindset of like, okay, I'm on a college campus, like everything's kind of safe, like nothing's gonna like bad happen, like Milliken bubble, like. But as like the years progresses, and it's like you go out more, you interact with the townies more, and like you see more things and hear more things. It's like the Milliken bubble just gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it pops to where like you see everything.
Dude, somebody was it my freshman or sophomore year, somebody like shot off a gun at BP1 or BP2?
Yep.
Dude, what the I remember, I didn't go out that night, but I remember hearing about it, and I was like, what the hell?
So the thing you guys also didn't like realize, so many people, even like college students themselves, had guns on them.
Damn.
Good old Decatur.
Like you could be literally standing next to somebody that was packing. Like it's, I realized that more and more, especially with the people that I started interacting more. I was like, "Do you really?" And they'll like look up the shirt, and be like, "Yeah." Like,
Damn.
but the thing is, they were doing that. Like, I had conversations with them, and they're like, "Oh, the reason why we do it is because like most of them are from Chicago, Southside Chicago, things like that." But then also, they've interacted with the townies who are there, like the ones that show up. Like, you guys remember Greg?
That's why I was about to bring that up.
Yep, gotta love Greg, but Greg would like, he'll bring some of his homeboys sometimes, and I'm like, Greg, who is this? He's like, oh, like my good friend, out of this and that, and he was like, sketchy looking sometimes, and I was like, and some of the our classmates, they're like, yeah, like, just in case, because they've had people show up who actually are from Decatur, and they've altercations, like physical altercations and things like that, and it's like, okay, well, we're not messing around.
Oh god.
So,
Greg made me think of was it Crazy Sherry? Or
Sherry.
Sherry?
Dude, I have so many stories of Sherry, it's ridiculous. Oh my
Shout
god.
out, Cherry.
Right.
Shout out Sherry, dude.
You're doing well wherever you are on this earth.
I hope she's doing well. She was such a nice lady, but
Did you know that she has a house?
I think I read that.
Sherry has a house. Sherry was not homeless.
But
And
she
she
likes
walked-
to come hang out with
no.
us, I guess. I don't know.
Not only that, but she would walk around, like, sometimes I'll see her with a different person. I was like, oh, Sherry, who bought that for you? She goes, my boyfriend. And I was like, what?
Dude,
But she, oh my gosh. Crazy Sherry.
I don't know why it just reminded me of it, but freaking the bistro.
Uh,
That shit hit.
That was so. I almost preferred it over the calf, and we had to go to it because the calf would close
Yeah.
by the time we got out of soccer.
Mhm.
I agree.
We were
Like,
like every,
ciabatta melts and everything. The
Oh.
fried mozzarella sticks.
Their chicken, like buffalo wraps, dude. Oh, so good. Yeah, they would let us save our meal things
Like a meal
Yeah.
tickets for that day,
from
yeah.
dinner, our meal ticket, because we had soccer during dinner, and they were like, yeah, you can just use it at the bistro, but everything was cheaper at the bistro,
Yep.
so you could get so much more. It was
You
the
could get
For that
best.
whole meal, drink and all.
we'd get like 2 drinks. One we drink there, the other one we would drink a little bit and then put vodka. in.
Yeah, yeah, and then we
Yep.
pour some fucking vodka in there and walk off.
Sometimes I pick up a chocolate milk too. Chocolate milk and a drink for the night.
Dude.
Replenish from soccer and then get ready for the night.
And then they got rid of it after our freshman year.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
That was sad. That was the best part of Milliken dining.
It was.
Do you guys ever make like
Rare.
waffles?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like we went like full out waffles like my freshman year. Like we would make the waffles and then we put like the soft serve ice cream on top.
Yes.
And then
Oh,
put like
yeah.
the syrup and everything on top. Dude, I gained the freshman 15 so quick. And I thought I could never gain weight. That was the one and only time I've gained weight. Other
Yeah,
than
you
that, I lost it all.
gained 15 pounds and you were still 100 pounds.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder how
Oh,
Dude, do you remember when, was it BP1 or BP2, the floor caved in?
BP2.
Yep.
Was that football hit your body week?
Yeah. Because I think I have videos from that night.
I hope you
you
don't
have
want
the
to be
video
fell to the
of it
floor.
caving in?
No, not of it breaking, just of it's
Oh.
me and I'm in a flannel and it's a red hat back and I just look fucked up.
Oh god. I just remember, I think it was what Mo Bamba was playing or something like that.
Oh my
And everybody was
god.
going fucking
That
ham.
fucking song.
And
Hey,
we just
apparently that was the
hearing
hype
it
song
go,
for that year.
and then it just
Yeah.
died. Oh.
Fucking Mo Bamba.
That's just crazy to think about how long ago all that shit was.
It was.
Mo Bamba was actually a #1 hit for like 2 years after that.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Oh, see, remember when I got drugged?
Huh.
Oh, I remember.
Alright, hold on.
Alright, now this motherfucker's gone. Fuck this guy. I'm on. Talk all this shit about him.
No, dude. Yeah, you did. Oh, that was bad.
I was looking at the pictures of it this time. I'm running my pictures to remember
You
stories.
found the pictures?
Yep. Don't remember that one, but remember that one.
That was freshman year, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Keg races freshman year.
Ooh, that was fun.
And we all know what happened on keg races
Dude, a lot of things happen on keg races.
with
What
the bus.
And
Yeah, no.
And
Like the...
Yo. That's what I'm
dude,
talking.
we had a friend, she was Florida's age.
She is mine, yeah.
Yeah, they had this big like school bus that they brought for keg races, and it was in the back of all the BP houses, so it was like the whole what is it, like parking area, that whole concrete slab
Everything from BP1 till the brick building at the very end of that street.
Wow.
was gone.
It's
Yeah.
like the whole
And
entire
it was
back
the
side of it
whole-
was filled.
Yeah, and they brought in this like I wouldn't say
I think
double decker bus. I think it was a regular sized bus.
It was, but I think
But-
that bus was like it was stationed there. I don't think they actually brought it in or anything like that. I would think it was there.
Yeah. Dude, well, one of our friends, she tried to get down from on top of the bus, and when she got down, there was like, all I can think of was like a coat hook, and there was a coat hook on it, and when she slid down, it went into her ass cheek, and she literally was hanging.
Oh.
She was hanging there by her ass cheek.
Oh.
It was so bad.
That just.
And I love her for this because the next day she was out there tanning.
Not even next day, dude. Like, she was a G, went to the hospital, came back that night, and kept partying.
Yeah, but the thing is, she didn't even feel it. Like she was so gone already, but like she's like, "Why is my leg wet?" And like it was just like the blood. And she goes, "Yeah."
I'm feeling the pain. I'm feeling it.
Oh.
Dude, Ross had to, like, lift her up and off of it. Do you remember
Yep,
that?
get her off.
Oh,
Yep,
fuck.
I remember that.
Stop.
That was bad.
It was so bad.
I couldn't.
I think she also went to
imagine.
LSB that night too. Later on,
Huh?
I think she ended up at LSB later that night too.
That's what I'm saying. She went to the
Yeah.
hospital, got stitches, and came back. Like,
Yep.
dude, she's a G.
The stitches on her
Oh,
ass.
she's a trooper though. She,
Yeah! I have a picture of it.
Well, I don't think we can show that.
No, it's just the stitches. It's not the actual
Oh,
butt.
okay. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no.
Oh, God. Covering my ass like that shit will fucking hurt. Dude, I couldn't imagine. Just hanging there. Straight body weight, too.
Exactly.
Did you guys ever have any like night out / drinking injuries in your entire career that you actually had to go to the hospital for?
No.
No. Mm-mm.
Never got alcohol poisoning?
No.
I think I probably did. But this is like I think my freshman year, and I think it was my birthday. Yeah, I think it was my birthday, and like I didn't really drink in high school or anything like that. So it was like
Same.
college was like my first experience of everything in a sense. And went out for my birthday, and I think I have a picture of literally all the alcohol that we bought for that night. And I think there was only 4 or 5 of us, but we had like 3 bottles of UV, like 6 bottles of Four Locos, like it was a whole bunch. I think I still have the picture. I'll send it to you guys. But all you just see is straight alcohol. We finished that in like all that the entire night. Just like I think 4 or 5 of us, maybe 6. But blacked out. Don't remember how I got back to my dorm room. Nothing. Woke up in my bed, and I didn't put any clothes on. I just went to bed. I took everything off and went to bed. That's how drunk I was. Couldn't tell you how I got back. Don't know who took me back. Nothing. Like I woke up in my bed by myself, completely butt ass naked. I was like, well, that was a fun night.
Yeah, Nate, you didn't get put in the hospital by nothing?
No, like honestly, like all the times like I've done shit when I was drunk. A lot of times, like I just have good friends that just carry my big ass all the way home, or I'm just passed out in the grass somewhere. But I never like got a hospital. This is probably a couple of times where like I probably should have got my stomach pumped, but you know I'm a man. Like I just power through that shit. Wake up the next day, and I'll drink another beer because I don't get hangovers. Or I go to the winery the next day, give me a fat ass double, triple cheeseburger, and then call it a day. But I never got into shit that put me in the
winery
hospital.
burgers.
Fucking love those shits. As soon as I graduated, I craved one the week after, and I was so pissed because I couldn't visit for like a couple more months. I fucking love winery, but I never got hurt.
I always go get one.
Other than my gallbladder, I lost that, but that was just straight
Damn.
just health.
I was twice.
You were hospitalized twice.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with drinking. Well, I mean,
Oh.
it was involved, but I got my ankle fucking snapped at keg races.
I didn't know that.
Was it freshman year or sophomore? What was that?
That was my junior year.
Oh, we were in
Yeah.
like random field.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I got my ankle
The one that was
fucking
filled with snakes,
snapped.
right?
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
And
It was a
then
bunch of
the other time I had to, another one I had to go was, you know the story about Game Ball Night, don't you? So, I got the game ball for Elmhurst when we played Elmhurst because we ran it off my ass like it was like 70 times or whatever, and we had like a success rate or something.
Yeah.
And I got the game ball, and like it's at the point in the season where like I know we're not doing anything with it because we lost too many games already. So I get this game ball as an offensive lineman, and my dad brings me a 30 rack of Bush Heavy. I asked him for Bush Light, he brings Bush Heavy. So I get back to Crystal Palace, and I start just pounding them. I just like, fuck this shit, whatever. So moral of the story was is I got so fucked up that the only thing I could say was game ball. That's all I could say. So I went from my house across the street. I went to Lucy's. From Lucy's, I went to, I think it was Lil Miser's apartment, and then that's where I died. Just after they played Thunderstruck when I was sitting there hovering over the toilet going, they played Thunderstruck. I just let it all out. Passed out in Colin Wilson's bed, so he had to sleep on the floor. And then I wake up the next morning, and I'm like trying to talk to myself. I'm like, I want to say like, fuck, what the fuck happened, something like that. I can't. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to talk, and I just keep going like, that's the sound I'm making. I go into the mirror, and I had thrown up so much that my uvula literally tripled in size. And it fucking went over my tongue, and it wasn't in the back of my throat. So I couldn't fucking talk. So I'm sitting there freaking out and whatever, and no one's up. I'm up, and I start banging on fucking Justin Meiswick's door, and I go, just screaming. He comes out, dude. He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Ugh." And let me pull up the picture of that shit, dude. So I had to fucking get a notebook to write. So I go to the hospital. The doctor that's working on me is sitting there, and he's like, "So we couldn't find any of your veins, so that's out of the question." So, like, how did this happen? And he's like, "Did you go out last night?" I was like, "Uh-huh." And he goes, "You think you had too much to drink?" I go, "Uh-huh." And they sat there and they gave me Benadryl and something else, man. And I remember I couldn't eat. I couldn't even like eat mashed potatoes. I had to literally sit there, dude. I had like a milkshake a day. And when I went back to practice, dude, and I couldn't practice for like 3 days or something like that. Coach Gritty just sat there and he knew that I couldn't talk shit that week, and he gave me an earful. But that one was probably the worst one I think I've ever had. That was an experience.
This reminded me. There was a time I probably should have gone to the hospital. Lucy, do you remember when I had to pass that drug test?
Oh, girl, I remember it all. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, so I hadn't smoked in like a week, and then I got picked for a drug test, and I was like, I'm fucked. It's like, I'm fucked. And so I go to BP1, and like Levi is like, you need to go get Ceratol. You need to put it in a Gatorade, and you need to chug it, and then you chug a lot of water. And it had to be yellow Gatorade, because apparently if when you chug it, you pee what you drink.
Mm-hmm.
So I chugged the Ceratol, chugged a fuck ton of water, went to do the test, passed. Great. Back home. I'm shitting myself and throwing up, and it is just awful, and I'm in so much pain, and it lasted for like 4 days, and it was just not a good time. I will never do that again.
The fact that it lasted you 4 days is like insane. I had to do the same thing, but you know, there's two Caitlins on the team. So I got a text message, but she got the email. And this is like, I think this is like spring season, and I think this is the time also, Lucy, when you destroyed my ankle during spring like practice on a Sunday or something like that.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I know. We don't talk about
Yeah. Long story short, we're doing one-on-one drills, and instead of kicking the ball, she kicked my foot.
It was accident. I promise you, it was accident.
She was pissed.
I would never hurt Florida on purpose. Oh my god, I felt like such a dickhead.
I literally thought I broke my ankle. Like, I went to the doctor, I went to the hospital that same night, and they're like, yeah, you have a stage 5 sprain, which is like right before breaking your ankle.
Oh
And it probably would have been better if you broke your ankle instead of spraining it.
Damn, you kicked the fuck out of her.
I kicked the shit out of her ankle.
Yeah. I was on a boot and crutches and everything. And that was
I
not fun.
felt so fucking bad,
I would
dude.
have been pissed.
But going back to the drug test, I got the text message and then the other girl got the email. And so I thought it was me, but you know, I'm injured, spring season, didn't think I was going to get picked for a drug test. That was the only time I ever got picked for one, that was the only time I ever got selected for one. Other than that, my whole, like, 4.5 years that I was there, never got picked. But, I did the same thing Raven did, the Ceratol, the Gatorade, but I was also told to drink iced tea, or, like, the Arizona iced tea, to, like, make the color come back. Yeah, I completely threw that thing up, went to go to take the test, got there, and they're like, it's not you, it's the other one. And I was like, wow, so I put myself through hell with drinking that Ceratol. Whoever has tried it know exactly what I'm talking about. Not good.
Yeah.
But,
Dude, I never got drug tested the entire time I was at Milliken. Never did.
I got pulled twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, the other Caitlin on our team, didn't she get pulled like 4 times or something?
I think so.
It was crazy. Super
But I
unlucky.
feel like, yeah, but I also feel like it wasn't as random as they make it to be. Like, I feel like they had certain people that, like, okay, maybe, like, we're gonna definitely pick this person.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know why I got picked because they hadn't known about that yet.
I was gonna say that was. No, was it after?
I don't know. I don't think
I
so.
can't recall.
Yeah, I don't know. But
You
it
know
was
what
one
you
time.
right?
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Well, so what are your guys' questions? Because, I got bingo at 8 o'clock, so I gotta make sure that
All right, so
I make it to bingo.
So I got a couple of funny questions for you guys, and then the fuzz with you to the end. So first question is, we call this little Nate questions. How did you guys like the calf food? So you guys had bistro?
Bistro.
The bistro.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad, bistro. But if you didn't
You're
have,
fucking right.
but if you didn't have that, how did you like the calf food? Like, what would you rate it like out of 1 to 10?
I only ate at the calf, the new one, right, in the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only ate at that a handful of times. I mostly ate in my apartment.
Yeah, I don't think I ate there ever.
Really?
It depends on the day. It depended on what they were making for the day, but overall, I would give it like maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10. I mean,
Okay.
like it was edible. It was alright. If it was a good day, it was like a 7. But if it was a bad day, it was like a 3.
Yeah, majority of the fun
Yeah.
is, yeah.
I think I had a few times, and I agree with that. Because, like, when I think back to it, like, I would always take someone else's meal tag. Like, everyone had to take the receipts.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
here. Yeah, I was one of those. Although I don't really go often. But I think I like the other calf better, like the previous one.
Chicken nugget day, dude.
Oh, Sundays.
Mm.
Yep.
They knew what they were doing putting that on Sundays.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm jealous. I wish we still had that shit what you guys had over there.
You missed out, dude.
Mhm.
We had the bistro, and the old calf was way better than what it is now.
So did y'all have
Yeah.
like a buffet type, or was it just like not?
No,
No, it's buffet.
so like
Okay.
the calf was still kind of how it is now, but the bistro was almost like, I wouldn't say ballpark food, but like, I mean, kinda. I don't know. That's the
It was like
closest
an in
it was.
between, like yeah.
It
I
was
was
set up
more
like you were
like a-
going to like a ballpark stand. It just had better
Yeah.
options.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is a little double whammy. Why did you choose Milliken, and what are your thoughts about Milliken personally? Truthfully, too. What are your thoughts about Milliken?
Go ahead, Florida.
Well, I think I already told you a little bit of my backstory of like my little road trip during my spring break coming to Milliken. What really sold me was like I thought when I came and did the tryout or like the little overnight thing like with the team, we had a practice and I was like, oh, it kind of feels like my old team, like really welcoming, very like put together, things like that. But as all female teams, I feel like usually or majority of them, you find out later on it's all cliquey.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, like that kind of just ruined my experience because like sometimes I was like, all right, I don't want to go to the team anymore. Like I don't want to play. Like my last year there, I was like, I don't want to play. 2 weeks before, I was like, yeah, like no, 2 weeks before fitness testing, I was like, I don't want to play, and then I showed up for fitness testing, and I think I was like one of the only people like that passed, but I didn't. There was only a handful of us that passed that time. I think that was my senior year.
I never took the fitness testing serious.
No, so
Yeah, like midnight.
Yeah,
that
dude,
was-
we
that
had
was like
midnight fitness testing. What the fuck
that
was
was
that?
Midnight Mile. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they made us run a mile at fucking midnight.
hmm
I couldn't imagine.
As soon as we were able to get on the field and start training, they made us get on the field and start training.
Mm-mm.
No, I personally, I mean, I chose Milliken. Honestly, Raven, she committed to Milliken before I did. And we played, so I've known Raven since my junior year of high school,
2015,
right? Yeah. So she committed before I did, and that's the only reason I knew about Milliken was we played on the same team in high school, and then we went to like a ID camp, and that's how I found Coach Kate, and that's how she found me, recruited me through that, and I was like, shit, dude, I can go to college, I can play the sport that I want, and I can room with my best friend. I'm fucking going. I was like, I'm doing that shit. And ended up, I mean, I stayed all 4 years, and I fucking loved it. Milliken has their shitty parts, but so does every other school, but I loved it, honestly.
No,
Okay.
I
Definitely can't beat the people that we've met. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And that's true because I mean I went to another school and like I still look back and I'm like the people I met at Milliken, like they were great people. But I chose it. Well, I was just in between schools, and when I met, I liked the dynamic of the team, and I liked how I didn't, not that I didn't take soccer seriously, but I didn't want soccer to become my entire like personality in life. So that's why I liked playing. I didn't want to go to another school. I ended up going to another school, but I like wanted more of an experience in college and less of like a you're only playing soccer and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was only at the time I wanted to be 2.5 hours away, so I was like, that was nice. It was far enough where I can come home, but
Well, facts. Yeah, that's how it is for me. It's far enough, which 2 hours was a decent trip, and then close enough to where if I wanna, I'll visit. But it's like damn near like a 2-day trip because that 2 hours do fucking kick some ass. And then last little funny question: who is the most annoying person you met at Milliken? And you don't need to drop the last name, but just first names only, please.
That'll give it away.
I know. Same.
Bro.
No, mine, it's Worm.
he won't stop hitting me up.
I love Worm though, especially when he gets drunk. This man blacks.
No, Worm's a good kid.
He is.
Kids, it's crazy.
We're calling you like no.
He's a good kid.
Right, that's his name.
Who?
Patrick Dolan, isn't that his real name?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, that's my answer. Worm.
Oh, okay.
He's a good kid. I don't want to say. I don't want to put anybody on blast, dude. I don't know. It was like a different person each year. That sounds weird, but like,
Were they an athlete?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm no fucking
sport?
down.
I was
What
gonna say. I
sport?
mean,
Majority.
if you were an athlete, you kind of only hung out with the athletes.
That is true.
What sport was this athlete?
Okay, that's not
It
good.
depends on what year you're talking about.
She said
I'll
multiple
say
years.
football.
Okay.
It was football. Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh, I already know. I know who this is. I know who
I'm
this
not
is.
gonna say anything else. That's it.
All right, that's good enough. That's good enough.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Now.
I'm not saying nothing.
Nope.
I have two.
Well, that
I
question
have
went
two
well,
people.
Huh?
I got two people from one from Milliken Women's Soccer.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say names. And and the other.
It was Raven.
And then the other ended up being towards the end of my college career, and that was a Milliken football player.
Damn it! 2 for 2. Come on, Milliken football. Y'all need to stop.
So
I'm just kidding. I love you, Raven.
we all love you.
Mine was a pole vaulter on track. And if you fucking listen to this, I fucking hate you. Just letting that know. Everyone knows who the fuck I'm talking about, too. You little short fuck.
There was only a couple people.
I know.
Yeah, you act like we had a big ass pole vault team even before.
The funny thing is, I still don't even know who you're talking about.
I have a few names, but I don't know exactly who. Like, I know some of the pole vaulters, but I don't know exactly who.
Oh, there's only one, baby. There
Um,
was only one. God.
I got a couple people, but you know, if I say the names, I'll get in trouble. So I can't say it. I will get messaged if I say these names.
Not only is Worm not going to see this, but I'm going to send it to him just so he sees this part.
Please post on your story. I'll send you the clip.
I need Worm to know.
Alright, well, for this last little part, so that the old lady could go to bingo tonight.
I gotta go to
Bingo, what's his
bingo.
name? Oh.
Obviously, we've, taken our little walkthrough time and all that stuff together on here. So, what's life like now? Where are you guys
Already.
Where are you guys living? What are you guys doing for work? What are your guys' goals in the next couple of years? What's up?
Alright, I guess I'll go first. Well, I'm currently back in Florida. Living with my family. Currently, working in a radiocarbon dating lab. Sounds really fancy. Really not. Just, transferring gases, burning things. Pretty much it. But I'm currently working on going to law school.
Okay.
It's been an on and off kind of dream. Kind of like, alright, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now. And reason being is because I'm expecting. So that's life where I'm at now.
Oh, yeah!
Maggie, baby!
Yeah, so exciting. Can't wait to see what the future holds, but we'll see where life takes me.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. You're going to be an awesome mom.
Appreciate it.
Well, I live in Wisconsin now.
Yeehaw.
I am a molecular biologist, so I work at Abbott Molecular. What else do I say? I live with my boyfriend, so we finally got a house together, so
Aw.
making our ways up in the world. We are possibly going to be moving to Tennessee soon, so I'm really excited about that. I know I'm gonna be farther away, Raven, but
I mean, between both of us.
yeah, exactly. I'll be the in between. But no, I mean, I do have to say though, I think Jackson, you brought this up. Like, any advice? One thing I was told when I was at Milliken was one of my not financial advisors, one of my fucking advisors, whatever. They told me, they were like, you can't limp your way through biology, because I got my biology degree. They're like, you can't limp your way through. Nobody's gonna want you because you got like C's and B's. All I can say is, fuck what they say. I have a great job. I'm a fucking scientist, and just keep doing you. That's all I can say.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Me. Okay, I'll go. I am a legal assistant at a law office and a bartender.
Nice combo.
I live.
That's some money, man.
Yeah.
That's good money.
That's a nice combo.
I live in Illinois with my parents and my cat and my sister.
Yeah.
I'm back at home. I want to be a paralegal. I just gotta get certified to do that. It's just studying for the exam. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have any motivational stuff.
Just drink on. Just
Like,
drink.
it took me 6 years, 2 colleges, but I got a degree. So if you don't keep you can't do it.
Hey, it's more than some people, man.
Yeah.
It's more than some people.
And if you think you're not cut out for nursing, you're probably not.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right.
And I guess the last little thing that I have for you is just like, you know, with all of you guys being on, you know, your own journeys, and you guys are on different, you know, roads right now, doing complete opposite of what some people are doing here, whatever. What's a piece of advice that you would give to a younger person that's listening to this that is about to embark on the journey that we've already started?
Go ahead, Florida. Or somebody.
Go first, Florida.
I think I would say, like, life is, like, full of different opportunities. And I think, like, with so many opportunities come with a lot of decisions. It can come with indecisiveness. But honestly, I would just say to, like, there's nothing wrong with trying out different opportunities to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and where you can and cannot succeed. But life's an experience, and you just gotta go out and take it by the reins and go for it. If you really want something, go for it. So.
Nice.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Liz.
I'm trying to think. Basically, like, if you're looking at going into college, don't think of just looking at, like, D1 schools, because you get a lot more bang for your buck when you go to a D3. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you get to have a grand, good-ass time doing it, and you can still play sports. That's all I can say. But going forward into the adult life, it's just like, yeah, being an adult sucks, but I don't know. I love where I'm at. I love that we get to have access to adult money now, and that's pretty nice. So, I don't know. I don't have any advice other than fuck what people say, do what you want to do, and be yourself, and keep moving forward.
Over 24.
Yeah.
I took mine. I was gonna say like, don't be like knocked down if something doesn't work out, because you're so young that in 10 years in 10 years I could be a nanny for all I know. Like, you don't know where the world's gonna take you or what you're gonna do, and if you're down bad, I don't really know what to do if you're down bad, because you just get through it. Like, I don't have any, like, advice I can say, like, oh, you should go for a walk, you should do this. Like, I just knew I was down bad, and then I fixed it. Like, it took 2-3 months, but, like, it will work itself out. And you have to
get thrown into the fire, so to speak. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And I have to add on to that as well, Raven. I feel like if you're down bad, or, like, you feel like you hit rock bottom, the only way you can go is up. So.
That's very true. And I mean, that's pretty much a wrap. On behalf of Nate and myself, and this little thing that we're, you know, trying to see where it takes us. You know, I want to thank you guys for sitting there, taking the time, being true to your guys' self. It's great to see your faces. It's been such a long time.
It is great to meet you guys too.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Like, I missed you guys. Like, where the fuck have you guys been? Where have you been in my college days?
Well, like, sitting there and sitting here talking to the three of you, and obviously with some of the other people that we've gotten to talk to, you know, it's definitely a special time, you know, I think in all of our hearts and stuff, just to sit there and reminisce on, you know, the good days, the bad days, the days where, you know, we didn't want to scrap up and, you know, go out on the field, all that stuff. But, you know, And it's good to sit there and kind of take a break from reality for once in a while. And I'd love that I got a chance to sit there and do that with you guys. So I greatly appreciate you guys coming on. And for all the viewers out there, if you guys have any questions to anything that the gals have said today, obviously sit there and shoot a comment or hit up on socials or whatever. We can do our best to get those answered for you and etc. But I think that's about it. You guys got anything left to say, or are you guys good?
I'm good.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Well, you
it.
guys are the best. You guys did great.
Thank you.
Fun.
All right, well, thank you for tuning in to Party at the Football House. See you next time.
See ya.
Hell yeah.
Bye.